안녕.
Welcome to Running Man Reviews and Reactions.
And always don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And lastly, please support us on our Patreon. Alright, guys?
Now let's get it. So for today's Running Man episode is episode 526, titled Robbers vs. Robbers, Faceless King of the Tomb Robbery. And our guest is Lee Jae-hoon and Kim Won-hee, and they're promoting their movie, Collector?
Yes, it's a movie.
It's coming out.
It's going to be coming out. It's a movie about a bunch of mine hunters and stuff. They go and they're getting treasure.
Yeah.
Treasure.
Treasure 뭐야?
treasure 뭐야?
But yeah, so they start off. We have two police officers among them, and we have a chairperson who is like the ones who brought them to rob stuff and everything like that. And so both the officer and the chairperson knows how much the price are among the treasure in the tombs, and you're supposed to collect the most money you get, but you gotta avoid being suspicious too, because they can know who it is, and you can choose to betray later to be joining another team, because whichever team wins, they don't get penalties, and whichever team loses, one person get penalty.
No, it depends though. They revealed it that if you betray, you go on the police side. If the police lose, then only one person gets punished within that group. But if the chairman loses, then everybody but one person gets punished.
Yeah.
So it's a little flip flop, but the whole point is getting winning the name tag ripping game at the end.
Yeah. So before they actually go into their missions, they actually start off with to see how how much money you gain to start off with before you go on, because the whole point of the money is you can buy certain things like hints and all this stuff like that at the end. So they start off with it's obviously fake, this ancient tomb historical stuff where they're gonna dig for pottery stuff, and then there's actually only a couple of them that are reals. The fake one actually has Kwanzaa's face on there, so it means it's fake. I just realized that was our hint right there.
That he was the chairman, yeah.
Yeah, that he was the chairperson.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
someone I remember someone did say, why is it that Kwanzaa's face on it?
Yeah, so it's just like clicked. Yeah, so they did that, and then after finding out, everybody getting their money, then they actually go through the missions, and each mission you actually get to the first two missions. It's between like Team Won-hee and Team Jae-hoon. They actually rotate and all stuff like that,
Right.
and to pick their team. Yeah.
Yeah, so the very first game was called Love Signal Heartthrob Quiz, in which the two teams were just competing, answering surveys. It was a multiple choice quiz, and whichever team had got more questions right at the end, they were the winner of that team. They were the winner of that game. And the whole point of winning the games was the winners were given 1 minute of time to go and steal items to cash in for money to use for hints later, or to be able to use to betray later. After that, the second mission was called Spare Nothing Robbery, and they kind of just blended that. They kind of used that as the mission to start stealing stuff, but that was really like the way that they got money, because they still did that even after the third mission. So the final mission at the end was called Tomb Robbers versus Betrayers, and so it was just straightforward name tag ripping. You had the chairman and his tomb robbers versus the two police officers and the members who chose to betray the members. Obviously, there's only a limited amount. You had to actually pay, I think, 7,000 won to actually be allowed to betray the robber team. So the way that went, the police they were really at a disadvantage. They got 4 of the worst partners.
No, they got 3. They got Suk-jin, Seomin, and Won-hee only.
Oh yeah, so 3 of the 4 worst partners, because I mean, Seomin, Suk-jin, and Won-hee,
Won-hee had no idea what was going on. I mean, Suk-jin, he was just gonna get on the good team because he expected, I'm just gonna win regardless because there's 2 police officers.
And then Seomin just used she used the point of least resistance idea, where she looked and said, okay, even if I lose, as long as I don't get picked for the one person to get punished, then I win.
Yeah. And so the other people, they stay. And it was actually really good because we didn't know at all who was the chairperson.
Yeah.
And they were just like, it makes you guessing because you can also buy hints to figure out who is the police officer, or you can find out who is the chairman, or you could just randomly find out whoever you want
Yeah,
to
just find
know
out
their identity.
Yeah, because the thing was, the PDs, they didn't actually pre-write stuff. They didn't pre-write hints. Like the hints, you had to actually pay for it, and then they wrote the hint. Then you had to find the hint and then open it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, like, it didn't. You can literally ask about anything.
Yeah, and so they obviously we figured out immediately that Jae-hoon was the police officer to start out with. He revealed himself. He's not going to betray. And then we found out that Sefsa was actually his partner. So Sefsa had him going around tricking people that he was the chairman so that it would protect him even if Sefsa was to get eliminated. But obviously as it went on, like the deduction was getting very confusing where it brought people to thinking it was actually Won Hee who was actually the chairperson. And so we were like confused because Kim Ji-kook actually eliminated Kwang-soo, thinking he did betray them. And by eliminating him, if you eliminate your own team member, you out yourself.
Yes.
But if you actually, for example, you're from the robber team and you actually do eliminate a police officer or the person who betrayed you and became the police team, they get eliminated. But the fact that Kim Ji-kook got eliminated, it just assumed to us that, okay, Kwang-soo was the robber, a part of the robber team.
Yeah.
And like leaving Won Hee alone with Se-chan and Jae-hoon, they were just like, okay, he's in danger. And like...
Yeah, because they thought that he was actually, that he didn't betray, but then they thought that he was still just another robber. And so when he eliminated Ji-hyo, then they realized that he's actually betrayed them.
Yeah, he's actually betrayed them, and like that's when the deduction went down to Sefsa realizing that it was actually Kwang-soo who is the chairman.
Yes.
That's why Kwang-soo didn't care. He didn't care at all. He didn't try. He didn't win any money. He did not care because he just deducted who was who already, and he was just gonna walk around because if his own team, the robbers, rip his name tag, they're just gonna out themselves anyways because
Right.
he's the chairman. Yeah, but it has some really good episodes and some hilarious stuff, and obviously, you know, we get to see you guys seeing Won Hee on Ugly Duckling. He is the same in here, and he has no idea what's going on, so he's just like, it's like what Sefsa said, hell, you're wandering around like a ghost, no one's gonna see you.
Nah.
So yeah, it was hilarious to be watching that. And
Yeah, the missions were I like the missions were pretty simple. It's a good thing that they were simple because one, he didn't even understand them as well. But then they did go to a location that Running Man had gone to before. They went to the area they did it for this mission, for this episode, is the same place that they went for their zombie episode.
yeah, where
So-
Ji-hyo was actually the zombie parent.
Yeah, so it was very simple. It was, and the place was a familiar place. And I think Hagishi and I, we kind of like it that they started there using that place because it's big. There's a lot of room for customization, and you can do a lot of things there. Because I don't think there's any like citizens just walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it turned out, you know, Team Robber, they actually won. So Kwang-soo gets to choose one person where he shares his prize. There you go. And it was tea set, so he chose Ji-hyo to give the other tea set too. So he has one, she has one.
We
And
already
the
know
other
where his is going to.
And then
His
the other
girlfriend's getting
team, only one person gets to get the penalty, and it ended up being Sukjan. So Sukjan got the water basket bucket poured on
Petty
him.
gang.
Yeah. But as for next week's episode 527, titled "The Jeju Island Special: Wind, Women, Rocks, and Bombs."
Yes, they're back at Jeju Island.
There's a bunch of girls for guests. We
Yes.
have Choi Yo-jin, Han Jin-eun, Lee Jung-bin, and So Lee-hyung. So the four of them will be joining them, and they are
Looks like
going.
a couple race
No, it's team.
team.
It's like team. It's just two girls and a guy. Two
Ah.
girls and a guy, two girls and a guy, like that. So it's like
It's a
girls.
nice couple race.
Yeah, so they're gonna be going like that around them for like food missions, and while they play missions for like the food, like the best food on Jeju Island during this season for them. Yeah, so we do look forward to see what's gonna happen next week. Apparently, one of the guests is actually a classmate with So Min, and they don't get along. Seems like,
Yes.
or they're putting on a show.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's it for this week. Stay tuned for reactions after this, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.
아 진짜로? 저렇게 머리 봤다고? 아 영화에 저런 장면이 있어요. 아 그래? 진짜 이런 장면이 있어? 이거 먹는 장면이 그게 아니거든요. 아 이거 아니야. 이거 그거 아니야. 아 이거 아니야. 이거
But it's not. He didn't even touch it with that finger.
I know.
이거 그거 아니야. 자 재훈아 이거 해. 야 계속 야쟤 멋있다. 야저 이재훈
I think he has a lovely. I feel so. I don't know.
자 찍어 먹어봐요.
Chicken.
미쳤어. 오 이게 연결됐어. 오.
June. Oh no! Yeah! They looked at each other.
나 아니야 나.
수사 들어간 거예요?
Your investigation has already begun.
뭐요? 저거는 그렇게 안 비쌀 것 같은데.
오숙쟁한
난 다음. What's this?
그런 거죠?
It started way before that.
Have you noticed you've been playing it already?
You okay? 가슴.
좋아. 아, 돼.
Miss.
Miss Cat.
그렇지, 됐어.
Oh no! Get the cut!
괜찮아?
True, Miss. So she's just like,
Because he saw that shit coming.
Yeah.
I told you about this morning.
It's the German.
왜 거짓말 한다고? 왜 거짓말 하고 다녀?
So Consul is safe.
I have a sickness. Yeah. I have a sickness.
So Consul is safe.
Yeah.
거짓말 말고 치료해야죠, 웬만하면. 야, 김종국, 너 왜 아웃됐어? 씨. 내가 광수 뜯었어요. 아니, 광수를 왜 뜯어? 아, 이상한 거 저작해가지고 또 막 하는 거야. 쟤는 그냥 애가 자체가
He has it all the time. All the time.